Welcome back to the Teebo and Debo show. Of course, I'm Teebo. Got Debo over there.
How y'all doing?
And today we have a special guest in the house with us. Well, actually, we got a special guest with us today. We have Danielle here.
She's wonderfully talented.
Talented, and we'll show you some stuff in a second.
As you can
here.
see, take a look around.
We're in the stew right now. But we'll show you some stuff. But before we get into it, Danielle, introduce yourself. Let the good viewers know who you are, what you do.
Rifle off them bona fides.
How to get a hold of you. And while you do so, I'll kind of just, show your stuff so everyone can see what we got here. But before we do that, pow.
There it is.
All right? All right, let's do this.
All right, so my name is Danielle. I go by DTasha as well. I'm an artist. I paint on a lot of different things, a lot of slides, shoes, and canvases, jackets, shirts, basically anything that you can wear or you can hang up, I paint on it. Handles, DTasha, DTasha. Personal Instagram, business Instagram is Flagrant, so FLGRNT. So yeah. And that's where you can see most of my work. I also post on YouTube, and it's just under DTasha as well. But, yeah.
So, tell us about these pieces of work, because all three of these, like we've seen a few of your stuff, and they're all pretty dope. But these three I feel are our favorites, or my favorites. We got the Boondocks here.
So those are my favorites as well. Everything's hand painted. Mm-hmm. I don't use airbrush because I haven't figured that out yet. So everything's done detail, everything with multiple brushes.
Okay.
If you take a look, you can see that there's some very intricate work going on. Look at the teeth on the Raptors. So
for all you Raptor fans, since y'all got lucky with the chip last year.
Team of the year.
Team of the year,
That's actually what I painted those was during that run.
Okay.
I was trying to jump on the bandwagon, okay?
Well, you jumped on it right. They did end up winning, so we can't hate on that.
There's a piece that you can't see right behind you.
Which
the
piece
Spawn.
The Spawn one
on
is
the
pretty
Jordan
dope.
1s.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
Yeah.
Those are dope.
You can see it on their Instagram, though. You can't see
it
it here, but you definitely see it on their Instagram. And then we got the Blue Jays.
So for those ones, actually, I wanted to pick two, obviously, memorable Blue Jays moments.
Okay.
So we've got Joe Carter with the home run on this side, and then the bat flip with Jose Bautista
Some of the
on the
most
other side.
iconic moments.
Yeah.
And then the inside just has Blue Jays baseball.
That's pretty dope.
So, speaking of iconic moments, the next picture you got to do in terms of sports is Kawhi Leonard hitting that shot.
Nah, he left us.
Yeah.
Forget him.
Fair enough.
That's not even a memory anymore.
And then I just read that he might have been going to Drake's house and courting what's his name. So he might be a snake.
Bam, bam. So there we go. Okay, so perfect. We could talk about. So that's the rumor that's going on.
Segue.
Okay, so that's the rumor. So speaking of Toronto, this is the rumor going on. I heard who did I hear this from today? Was it you?
Yes, it was me.
Okay, so fill me in because.
I don't know much. That's all I read.
That's all you heard?
Yeah, that's all I heard.
That's what the interwebs is saying.
I feel like I'm the old one here. I don't hear none of this.
There was multiple meetings in Drake's homes in California where
Calabasas. You got is that where
wherever? But
is that where Calabasas is?
Drake's homes in California.
Okay.
Kawhi and PG met up to discuss.
I think it started something like with a phone call or something like that.
Yeah.
Again, these are just rumors and allegations. We don't know the facts.
Allegedly.
This is all alleged. So we don't know if it's facts, but that's interesting. So he's the ambassador though for the Raptors, right?
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't he is, right?
I don't know.
The global ambassador.
Also, but here's the thing though. What if the meeting was to try to convince them to come to Toronto instead?
Well,
I can see that happening.
Let's hope that was the case. If not, remove that OVO from the facility.
Nah, you know what?
Change it to something else.
Here's where I'm gonna side with Drake on this.
Call it the Messiah.
Nah. Here's where I'm gonna side with Drake on this. If that did happen, Drake may possibly just have a home in LA is why they were meeting at this home in LA. But I do feel he was probably trying to convince Kawhi, come back for another run. We can get you and PG. You know, the management's willing to do whatever it takes to get you to stay and to get PG here. And I just felt Kawhi made a decision, say he didn't want to come back to Toronto. But I think Drake really was. Because he benefit from Kawhi coming back and them winning again. Come on.
I think everyone knew that he wasn't coming back.
But that's probably his last ditch attempt to say, yo, like, bro, like, please come back. It makes sense, though. To me, it makes sense. That's where I'm riding with Drake on that. I say it makes sense. He would have been trying to get... It makes no sense for him to say go elsewhere. Like, go to LA when I just have my whole company on the Raptors training facility and I'm invested in this team, but we don't want to win a chip anymore. That makes no sense.
I wasn't on a Kawhi bandwagon, though, so that's why I didn't paint him. A lot of people did. A lot of people have, though.
What, painted him?
Yeah, that same shot. It's been done.
Yeah, it was done right away.
Yeah.
Like,
but even, like, I went to a lot of art show. The art show I went to in October, there was a lot of that around there. And it was
so it got old quick,
yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to, if I'm going to do something that's been done, it's probably going to be a long time after it's been done. Or I'll just do my own thing. But I try not to...
Follow the ways.
Yeah.
See, I feel like it'd be embraced more if he had stayed. Yeah. And you know, we still had that reputation that Kawhi is still here. We have another chance to win it again. I think then those paintings mean more as opposed to just he was here and then he just bounced. Like,
yeah.
Didn't even go to Caravana. Apparently he didn't even stay for Caravana. Who does that?
Kawhi?
Yeah. What American?
First of all, you know how he is.
I'm just saying.
He's very private. He's very to himself. Why would he be going to Caravana? Because
you're in Toronto. You at least go to Caravana just so you go back to the States and say, yo, I was at Caravana still.
Going to like a Caravana theme is a very social theme. You know what I mean? He's like one of the most
antisocial.
Exactly.
He could just have his team surround him.
Nah, man. Out there.
Just have your team surround you.
So what he's gonna do? Just walk around and awkwardly laugh at stuff?
Yeah. Just pass through, check it out, and then bounce.
Double for that other guy who was like really short that was shaking people's hands.
But how do you, if he's really short, how do you even pass that?
Because everybody thought he was Kawhi. That's terrible. Everybody who wasn't from Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrible. That's foolishness. Like, you could look at a short man and be like, that's not the same guy.
All he did was put on the jersey. He braided his hair.
Yeah, it was like that's just like the first guy with braids. That just goes to show how uncommon braids have been, yo. The first dark skinned dude with braids, everyone thought it was Kawhi Leonard.
That's terrible, man. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Yeah. Kawhi Leonard. Have you watch ball?
Just a little bit.
A little bit. You watch ball.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. All-Star Weekend. Are you guys gonna follow it? You guys usually watch these All-Star Weekend stuff?
What about it?
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna watch it this year.
All-Star Weekend? Nothing about it.
NBA All-Star Weekend's gotten salty.
You think so?
Yeah. Because you might have fans, showing up with cut off back shirts and showing their thongs and everything and dancing on camera,
It's art.
That's not art.
How do you know what art is?
Because I'm an artist.
Are you an art connoisseur?
Not a connoisseur, but I'm an artist. I have an eye for art, different types of art, and that is not art.
I'm sure.
I just think that's inappropriate for the settings.
But isn't art supposed to be subjective?
Nah.
What do you mean, nah?
It is.
Not that. Listen, again, that's not art, is what I'm trying to tell you. That's the point I'm trying to get at.
That's one person's opinion, though.
That is not art. That's not one person. That's multiple people's opinions.
Well, what about the plenty? Somebody made it though.
That was someone's design. Because I know what you're talking about, the dress, and
that was someone's design. That wasn't a dress.
It was a dress.
It was a T-shirt.
A T-shirt dress?
No, it was a T-shirt. It was a.
No, it came down the whole.
It was a 5X T-shirt with the bum cutout.
Exactly.
No, it had long sleeves.
Listen.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a 5X.
Yeah,
it
and
was
I
a
was
5X.
positive. It was because I saw the
long
front. The
sleeve
front
tee.
was really conservative.
I had
it was
5X long sleeve tees back in
and
the
it was
day.
only the back that was cut open.
Let's fact check this.
I had 5X longs. Well, maybe not 5X, but maybe like
He
a
was
3,
wearing a
4X.
t-shirt dress.
Listen.
Back in the days when people thought that they were,
Yeah, exactly.
that was
Long
was a
sleeve
t-shirt
tees.
dress.
Let me
The
fact
early
check.
2000s.
Let me do a
Why
quick
don't you
fact
just
check.
Look at a Google picture.
That's a T-shirt,
She's wearing a
man.
long sleeve.
Nah, man, that's a 5X shirt. Debo.
No, that's a T-shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a
That's like
T-shirt.
Shaq's T-shirt.
It looked like a long sleeve.
That's
Either way, you know how fashion is.
That's
Fashion
you know what?
falls under art.
That's
okay?
exactly what that is. That's a 5X
Fashion-
T-shirt.
Fashion
with the bum
falls under
cutout.
art, and someone clearly designed this. She didn't cut it out herself. Someone designed it. Probably paid a lot of money
Look at
for
some of the
it.
stuff that they put down runways. They're
And
absolutely
that's-
ridiculous.
but that's on a runway. If that was on a runway, I
no,
would
but people still can buy that and wear it, and they
Exactly.
do. That's what celebrities do because it's all art. It's all fashion. It's all
Just like you're not going to different runways to see what's going on. That could have been in a runway at some point.
And that would be fine on a runway or in your own private
But they don't
setting.
make that stuff to not necessarily be not worn.
But you would wear it in your own private setting is what I'm saying.
But it's not for a private setting. That's the whole point. It's to garner attention and obviously
Bingo.
have people speak about it like we're doing right now.
Bingo.
But as
That's what.
You don't wear something
Listen.
with the ass cut out to
Listen.
not get people talking about it.
Just because it's made doesn't mean you as a responsible adult would decide to let me go wear it around, everybody in
Certain
front
things-
of the whole
certain
world, in front of
things you
kids
do,
potentially
You
and
know
all this
people are
stuff.
gonna talk about it.
I think
So you're willing to be ignorant for the sake of clout, I guess. Okay.
that's what everyone's doing.
That's another topic then. Like, why is that happening though? What's cool about it?
So.
Because remember, you get this clout, but it's temporary. Like,
But that's why
know?
you have to keep doing something every day. Like, even for me, like, obviously I post a lot of art. It's not going to get a lot of attention if maybe I'm not doing something that's going to make people be like, oh my God, she's doing this. Or is this what she's drawing? Or I have to post every single day for someone to know that I'm alive, and it burns you out, right? So people are doing that every day for this clout so that they can supposedly make whatever money or get whatever attention or bring those people in, because obviously the more followers you have, the more money you're going to get, or the more attention you're going to get to potentially get money.
No, that makes
right?
sense. So for you, I get it. You're an artist. You have
but that's how you stay relevant,
I
even
get
as
it.
a celebrity with your butt out.
But what is the purpose? Like, again, to me, it's from what I've seen over the years, it's temporary success for a lot of them because they get that clout, they get that attention, and then, like you said, they burn out or people lose interest and they keep trying more and more and more until they look just foolish, and then it's completely done from there. So you get that temporary gratification for whatever period of time it is, and then there's like no longevity with it. And how many, look at over the years, how many like people who were clout chasers, how many of them are still around doing anything really relevant, and besides the,
Depends on
the
how badly you want your dream. It depends on how bad you want your dream.
I think that Kim Kardashian's probably the most successful one.
Yeah.
I don't think that really counts because I don't count that so much. Like, yes, she did stuff, but there is a name behind her name already, regardless. They all did not start from nothing.
That's okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
That
So
whole
then there is
trial
none,
already put their name onto something, and then you build from there. But for someone who's unknown or their whole family's unknown, you have to do that. You have to find whatever sticks for you to keep going. Because if you're not doing something that people want to watch, whether it's to laugh at you or not, they don't care.
People always chase that 15 minutes of fame.
Even if it jeopardizes like your integrity and morale and stuff like that.
Some people will.
Man, it's terrible. But
You're acting like the idea of selling your soul is new to you.
No, this is a different level of selling your soul. This is like publicly selling your soul. This is like you're auctioning yourself, basically.
Yeah.
And it's just
that's
just
the new
cool.
world, and whatever platform you auctioned yourself on and whatever works is where you're going to stick to.
And I think we just made a revelation.
That's why
with
there's
this
TikTok. That's why there's Instagram. That's why there's the Thriller thing now.
Thriller?
Triller?
Triller?
Or Thriller? I don't know. I didn't get on that one.
I have no clue.
I tried a little TikTok thing.
No, I tried TikTok because it was recommended to me because someone was like, "Oh, you guys do podcasts, so it might make sense to." But then I downloaded it and I realized this is for like kids.
No, there's a lot of older people on there, like in their 40s and up.
No,
there's a lot of officers.
Maybe
on
I'm
there
just
too.
old. No, I get it. It's just like, the content that I see is just very like.
I think so when I go on, I look at a lot of art, and obviously, because again, I'm trying to chase my 15 minutes of fame.
Okay.
And then I realize I don't have time for all of this. Like, I
It's
still
too
have
much.
a 9-to-5 job. Like, I don't know where anyone's getting time to do all of this content, edit it, make it look good, and still have their life outside of it.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to talk to someone that does that, like, on a regular to see how it's done.
A lot of the people who are doing it on that level, they don't do anything else.
That's also true. But then we never know, too.
And they might
Are
have...
they living at home?
You never know,
Not
too.
just that. They might have... they might be living at home, or they might have a family, come from families that are rich enough that they don't
to support them enough.
Have to worry about.
Or maybe they are
in college
enough.
And not worried about it because they know the debt's coming anyway.
Yeah.
Boom.
Or even doing that in college might be even a good thing because then you have more reach to like your actual demographic, and everyone's gonna watch your stuff in college. Bleep. But so that's crazy though, because on the radio I actually heard the top 2 like YouTubers were like these 2 kids. Their combined age is like 13, and they both make like over 13 mil a year or something.
Yeah. I've been hearing this, like there's all these kids,
man.
Whatever they're doing, and they're making a
name?
ton of money.
Ryan.
Your brother brought him up the other day. So this Ryan kid, I'm like, oh, your brother hates him. But yeah, they make millions.
Yeah.
Millions. Like what happened? Like we suffered, man. We had to struggle and work.
We were born in the wrong year.
No, the internet was created a little too late. It's like they held back until like, later on.
You mean or these things were created too late?
Yeah, okay, yeah. These platforms, I would say. The internet didn't boom the way it really did till these platforms started existing. But it was too late for some of us,
I don't think people really, like, when I first joined Instagram, I wasn't really thinking about doing all of this. I mean, I wasn't doing it at that time anyway. So I wasn't thinking of building an audience or whatever. It was just me to post pictures and my friends to comment. That's
I think legit that's what most people were doing. But I guess maybe the people who saw a future
potential,
in it, they were doing it for other things. That's one thing I regret, because when we used to rap, it was like we were always against Instagram and Twitter, and all we used was Facebook. And it was like post Facebook forever. And then years later, finally got on Instagram. Like, if we had just jumped on the wave immediately, we would have got,
you would have had that traction to keep going forward.
Exactly. And we would have got used to it, learned different things, and, essentially build a bigger following from joining immediately. Because I think when it first started, everyone was just following everybody, and then it just stopped. Just like Facebook, too. But, yeah, it's changed, though. It's changed a lot of the game. But let me ask you this, then. As an artist, do you find it helps you? Like social media, yeah.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I think like what we were saying, if I had started doing this, because I only started painting I started painting in 2014, so 6 years ago.
Okay.
And then, but I wasn't really like, I was painting canvases. I didn't really have my own style, and I wasn't really posting this stuff. It was just something for me to do.
Okay.
And I didn't start going out to shows or anything till 2015. And again, I wasn't thinking about social media at that time. So it hasn't, like, 2019 was my first full year actually putting everything out there.
Okay.
The first year of me starting all of this. So all this was done within a year.
Okay.
And it was my first time. So I'm only now getting onto it, so it helps, but I'm extremely late in the game.
Okay.
Right? So I think if I had done this when I first was starting to paint, it might have been different.
Yeah.
So like, were you always the creative type growing up?
I used to draw and write when I was younger, and then track kind of took over, and I did that all through college. So I would write a little bit, and I never painted, and I can't draw now. It's really weird. I can't.
A full-fledged painter.
I can't draw, but I could paint.
Interesting.
Don't ask.
So you ran track as well?
Yes.
Yeah. You're in beds.
100-meter hurdles, 400-meter hurdles, 4x4.
Hurdles.
Yeah.
Hurdles are deadly, man.
Hurdles.
Yeah.
Deadly.
I was.
4x4.
Yeah. Well, I think that was just because I ran the 400 hurdles. So.
4x4?
Yeah.
Oh, that's murder.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know what? It was. I loved it.
Nah, man.
I loved it. It was good.
Anything past the 200 meters was too much.
Plus, I mean, it got me to college.
Of course, no, that's a good thing.
Or
that's
university,
a good thing.
whatever.
That's a good thing.
Take it.
But it was like the hurdles are deadly though.
Absolutely.
400
No, I
hurdles
know.
are deadly.
I know.
But that was my favorite event.
400 hurdles?
Yeah. It was my favorite
No,
event.
thank you.
You know how we did hurdles? Because a lot of us on the track team were basketball players.
Dude,
so all
like
of
you
us
were trying to dunk.
All of us were just jumpers,
So
and
it's
we
like
were
straight
fast.
vertical.
So we would just sprint in between the hurdles, just jump, and then sprint again. So we're always faster than most of the other kids until we got older and the hurdles got higher. Then I was just like,
So
Yeah,
nah.
'cause it gets higher. It gets a lot higher for the best.
You're catching
Yeah.
up in between the hurdles.
Basically.
Everyone is passing you as you're jumping the hurdles because you're jumping over.
Yeah, because you're
them,
not.
supposed
You're
to go in
instead of
that way.
gliding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to not glide, run through the hurdles.
Basically, yeah. But
Yeah.
it was always till the end, at the last hurdle, that's when you just blow by
Oh, yeah.
everyone. It's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's how we did it for like the first few track meets. But like I said, as we got higher
you
and
learn what
higher
you're
in
doing.
grade and the hurdles got higher, and then I seen the competition, it's like, yo, this is not,
But
I'm not a
most-
hurdler, yo.
But a lot of men, like, in the 100 hurdles, hit the hurdles just because they are so high.
Yeah.
Like they're.
I
You
think
can't
some
be
people
short
do it
and
as
do
like,
that.
as like a strategy. So like they're just gonna like
No,
make it
man.
so that
No,
they-
because
if you
that
clip it
that'll
wrong,
slow you down.
It slows you down, bro.
Right?
And if you hit it wrong,
it's a wrap.
There was one time where I don't know how this happened. I was running the 400-meter hurdles, and I hit the hurdle. It was like the second last hurdle or the last hurdle, and my spike came off. And I kind of paused. I was like, what do I do? And then my coach started yelling at me. I'm like, oh crap, I gotta run. And I just ran with one spike on and one sock and finished the race.
So you jumped over another hurdle like that?
That's why I can't remember if it was the second last or the last hurdle, but yeah.
jeez.
Yep.
My track is, yeah.
So funny story. Speaking of someone losing equipment, I don't know exactly why he didn't have shorts or whatever, but he decided to run with a guy on my track team decided to run with tearaways.
Oh,
I've done that before.
Tearaway
but
pants.
they tore away.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why.
So mid sprint, the pants started to tear away. So all you see him off to the side because me and him were in the same heat.
Oh my goodness.
So after I finished the race, I'm looking at the end of the finish line to see where my dude is. Can't find him. Halfway down up the track, he's putting the buttons back up. I'm like, God, I should have just went in shorts.
So catch this joke. This one track meet, I don't know who I thought I was, but it was my heat it was a 200-meter race. Everyone else is changing, getting into their shorts and stuff. I kept my joggers on. I kept my freaking sweater on. And I had my do-rag on, too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I ran the race in a do-rag, but then the problem was my joggers were
Please
so
tell me
big.
you won, though.
Nah.
Oh,
No, I finished like
Jesus
third in the heat still. No, I finished third. It was a heat. I wasn't trying still. I
Okay.
finished third in the heat.
Okay.
But the funny thing was, as I'm rounding the curve
Is it
in the
200?
200, yeah, my joggers were so big, I had to like damn near hold it up and run to the finish line.
So
like
is that to say, like, if you didn't have to hold it up, you could have won?
That heat, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I still qualified to the next round, but it was just funny because everyone was like, yo, this guy ran with a do-rag on, and it wasn't even tight, so it was just,
The do-rag
floating
was
in
what
the
problem
wind.
was?
That was the problem, yeah.
I don't
People were
think
just
maybe that
laughing
was
about the
problem.
Exactly. I'll be watching the joggers. Are you gonna run in those?
It's soft. You can't run in joggers? You can't run in joggers?
Not
You're
at a
not
track meet.
supposed to.
Says who? They didn't say nothing. The
Not
officials
at no
didn't say
track
nothing.
meet.
Listen, my coach used to get mad at us because where I went to school in Michigan, so it's still cold. Outdoor season starts in March. There's still snow in March. But
Okay.
you have to run outside. And
No, thank
he
you.
did not want us to run with, we'd have like spandex pants. But
Yeah.
if they didn't have the give where the knee is,
Okay.
he would be mad because that's going to slow you down.
Okay.
But you're cold. So it's like, what do you do? But I used to run like, well, we had like a one-piece suit, and I'd run in that in the cold. It was the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
You don't run in joggers.
You run in
No,
joggers.
no.
Who doesn't? Do y'all run in joggers? Who doesn't run in joggers?
You don't
That's
run, not a
ridiculous.
race. You don't run
That's
a race
ridiculous.
in joggers.
It was just a heat. It wasn't like a serious.
Even the heat.
That's ridiculous.
I still qualified. I finished third in the heat, and I still qualified for the next round. That's all that matters. You run in. Who doesn't run in joggers? You wouldn't play ball in
And
joggers?
this
No.
is why your track career ended probably very soon.
No, I ended because I didn't take track serious. I thought I was just gonna play basketball, so I focused more on basketball, and clearly
No, who
that
doesn't take track serious?
wasn't serious.
You know who doesn't take track serious?
Who?
A guy that runs the track meet in
In
a
joggers?
do-rag and joggers.
And a sweater.
There you go.
You know what's funny about that day too? Prior to that track meet, or prior to that race, I had done a long jump event too, in the same attire. But prior to that long jump event, we were across the field at a public school, and there was like a 9-foot rim there, and we were having a dunk off
Was
for
this
the
at Centennial
kids.
Park?
Yes.
Okay.
We were having a dunk off for the kids there. So, like, basically me and, like, 2-3 other guys from the track team were having a dunk off. Then we realized we were late for the long jump. Then we ran to the long jump pit, did our long jump. Then they called the heat for the 200 meters, and then we ran to the 200 meters thing. So all of that was, like, a sequence. But those are young days. I could never in my life do something like that now because I would probably be done after the dunk off.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because I did try to run track after high school. I joined, what was it, the UFT track club, and I actually had to run against like real runners.
Ooh. After high school?
That was a reality check, man. That told me, yeah, you gotta hang
I
up
was
the
thinking
cleats.
about doing masters. I
Yeah?
think you have to be like over 30 or something like that.
Is it over 30?
Or it's 30 or 35? I think something. I think it's
I'm
30.
in for that, yo.
40.
But they do masters events.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Remember I was talking about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
weekend
yeah.
at one point.
And I was calling it seniors.
I know.
Yeah.
A
It's
few,
seniors, man. They're just trying to
It's
be
masters.
nice. Nah, man.
I know a few people who run it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've seen them post, and I
Like
thought
they
about
have masters events for like almost everything, like even like weightlifting and
it. Yeah.
I want to do masters of basketball and baseball. Maybe
No,
track.
that's the
I
big
can't
three.
run track, though.
that's the big three.
I can't run
I
track.
probably wouldn't do track.
That's too much. The training is just, nah.
And those people will probably smoke you same way. Like Ben Johnson is masters.
If I didn't tear my ACL,
Dust
I
Ben
probably
Johnson,
would.
They
yo.
would food you.
Listen, how old is he?
50, 60.
Nah, come on. I'm smoking Ben Johnson,
No,
man.
he's
Get out of
still
here.
smoking.
Get out of here.
Did you see
yo.
that
Ben
that
Johnson would eat your
83-year-old
food.
woman who she's like a professional weightlifter?
Nah.
I think so.
Yeah, like so I think the same woman had someone break into
Oh,
her
she-
house and
she
she beat
kicked
them
his
up
ass.
with
Are you
yeah,
serious?
she beat him
Yeah.
up with a broom or like a
Was that on camera?
The guy
No,
had
it's
to
not
get
on camera. She was just
hospitalized.
talking about it, but they like he had to go to the hospital before they took him in, but he was trying to
Weightlifter,
rob her.
weightlifter. Yeah, it's right there.
But she's a like you can do this stuff and
Yeah,
be
sir.
older. Like
Yeah, this one.
Is she strong?
Yeah.
Is she strong?
I think so. Like she still weightlifts at 83.
Well, she whooped
She's
this guy's
fit.
ass.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Like she's fit.
She doesn't look 83 still.
That's like
Now look at her body, yo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the way she's moving, yo.
She's definitely
Do-rag
mobile,
and
yo.
all. Nah, man. I wouldn't even mess with her. That's
you
crazy.
would go to her house and rob
Hell
her.
nah. Hell nah. She looks
The way
feisty
she-
as hell, yo.
Absolutely. The way she describes the beatdown is hilarious too.
You want to see something funny? Remember that picture I sent to the family group? Remember that one?
No.
This is exactly how I feel. Where is it? I don't know how to use this phone. There it is.
Oh,
That's exactly how I'll probably look when I'm 83.
You
If
should
y'all
show
ever
that
use
to the
those-
camera.
Should I? Yeah, I probably.
Yeah, because
That ain't
you
even
want
that
people
bad,
need to
though.
see it.
All right, so people, this was a Snapchat filter. What was, I don't know what they call it, but
Don't lie.
No, this
That's
is.
how you woke up.
I know, probably is still. This is me in first thing in the morning.
this is before the
But-
makeup.
Yeah, this is what I look like first thing in the morning.
Before the makeup.
This is horrendous, right? Either that or that's me in like 5 years.
you should
You
hope
got
that it's
that?
not you in 5 years.
That's ridiculous, eh? That's ridiculous, yeah. But that's a sick filter, though. These filters are scary, though, you know?
Snapchat?
Yeah.
I heard that it's all
This is a conspiracy.
so that they know what you look like.
In the future.
No, even if you were to
Period.
change your gender or wear makeup or do anything, they know what you would look like. That's what I heard. I like
Interesting.
conspiracies.
So
Oh,
do
yeah,
I.
I'm heavy.
Best
into that.
conspiracy.
Best
Yeah,
conspiracy?
best conspiracy.
There's so many, though. There's so many.
I don't know.
I think the best one, for me, the best one, most interesting one that I'm always on is like the conspiracy that obviously they're trying to like, poison us by making us eat all these food that they pump in like commercials like cheese, bacon, beef, and these are things they tell us.
Good food.
But these are things that aren't healthy for you though. Like I'm sure if you go to Health Canada or whatever, they'll tell you some of these
I
foods.
think organic food is conspiracy. I don't
that
think
too.
it's organic
Like,
at all.
neither do I. I just think
Like
they,
if you don't grow it yourself, how do you know that it's
Thank you.
organic?
Thank you.
Just because they put a sticker that says organic,
Listen.
what do they have to do to fit into that category?
Here's how I
Right.
look at life.
You
at
don't
this
grow it
point.
yourself, it's not natural.
Yeah. Here's how I look at life, period, at this point. I just look at things based on like conspiracy. So I just look at it as to say, and I think I might have told you this before, is that if someone that's close to you, that knows you personally, can like lie to you, cheat on you, manipulate you, abuse you, whatever, and that's someone you know that loves you, what makes you think people
Stranger.
who don't give
Yeah.
two about you, or two bleep, sorry, you gotta bleep that, who don't care about you at all, we're putting our lives and all our information
yeah.
in their hands, and we trust that, but yet someone close to you is able to hurt you in different ways, but you won't, or you might not even trust someone that
It's
close to you
true.
with all of that information, but you're handing it off to any and anybody, or they're giving you food and you're like, yeah, this is good food, and they're saying it's healthy. How do you know?
No, it's true.
So it's like,
It's-
that's how I look at it. It's like, so when people say it's just a conspiracy, but I'm like, how do you know it's not a conspiracy though then? Like, how do you know you're not being fed poison that's going to affect you 10, 20 years, or maybe even your children that you have might be affected by whatever you've been consuming?
That's
That's my favorite conspiracy.
Conspiracy, if I can say the word, is that they obviously put stuff in the air for you to start to get allergies.
Oh.
Because
That's why
I
it
never
comes at
used to
certain
have
times heavy.
I never used to have allergies. I used to be fine.
And you
And
just
then
develop
one
them.
year,
Same with me.
just had allergies. And
Same
it was
with
just,
me.
like, so now, it's usually just before spring. It's not usually in spring. It's just before spring. I'm always sneezing, always going through this, always have to take something to stop myself from having all those allergic
When did it
reactions.
start?
I think it was either late teens or when I came back from the U.S.
Same, late teens.
So late teens or the early 20s, one of the two.
Same.
I say this, y'all are weird for that, 'cause I ain't got no allergies.
But here's the
like
thing,
that.
though. Not just that. Look at all the people who have peanut allergies now.
Yeah.
Like when I
But-
was a kid,
That didn't exist. It's like, what the hell is a peanut
Yeah.
allergy back
I was
then?
allowed to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in school.
Yeah.
Actually, I was not when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it for allergies?
I think it was because of allergies. I was not allowed to have peanut butter at school.
Back in our
How
day.
old?
That's what I was going to say. Back in our
If
day.
you don't mind me asking.
Oh, wow.
Now, okay, let
How
me ask
old
you
do
this.
I look?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
You really want to do
I'm
this
not-
on
Were you
camera?
born?
That's why I said I'm not supposed to tell my age.
Were you born before or after 1990?
Before.
Before or after 1987?
After.
All right. All right.
That doesn't give much room. Everyone's obviously going to know my age.
It's one or the other.
It's one or the other. So I'm 31.
All right.
Yeah.
Millennial. Yeah.
So are you.
I'm not a millennial. I'll never say that again.
You are. You just maybe don't act like one.
He refuses
But you
to
are.
believe, but
Nah,
he is.
man. See these grays? These are not millennial grays, man. These are, these are OG grays.
Right.
OG millennial.
Right.
Is it which is what you basically.
So you guys are proud millennials then, I'm assuming.
I don't really follow the term or care.
Yeah,
No?
basically.
So
You sure?
I found out
I'm
I was.
pretty sure.
I found out 6 months ago that I was a millennial.
How did you feel about that?
how was your reaction
Yeah.
to
I was
this
a bit
news?
surprised. I was
Yeah?
a bit surprised.
Did you speak with
I couldn't
anyone?
pronounce it.
It takes
He
practice.
went and got it tatted on him.
I'm sure a lot of
I
them
am a
can't pronounce it.
millennial.
He found out the same time as me.
No.
He still can't accept it.
I'm not a millennial.
He still can't accept it.
Google's wrong, bro.
Well, there it is.
Listen, not everything on Google
He's
is
living in
facts.
denial.
Remember this. Not everything on Google is
He is
facts.
living in denial.
The internet is a vast enterprise of information which anybody, like millennials, can upload information for.
See, I like how he went like this, so it still included him.
No, I went like this.
No,
I actually
no,
did this. We'll check it on the
Okay.
replay though, but I went. So millennials can upload all this, information for the world to deem as facts. But nah, don't listen to Google. Not a millennial. Thank you. Sorry.
Stay there near denial.
I'm done this.
Yeah, there's
I
nothing
know.
left.
I don't know
There is
what you're
nothing
trying to
left.
sip.
There was nothing left.
I know. So I was thirsty. I didn't
did
know what
not
else
pace
to do.
yourself.
No, you know what it
You
was?
did not pace
You know what it
yourself.
was? I had nothing else to say. And you guys are putting pressure on me like two millennials. I'm in the millennial sandwich. So the only thing my old ass could do is look for something to drink, because that's what old people do when they're nervous. They quenched their thirst and there was nothing there. So now I'm like just stuck. Yeah,
You're stuck.
what do I do? Freaking millennials, man. Oh my gosh, I'm surrounded by them. I'm joking. I love millennials. I know you guys are. out
Yeah,
there.
you see one
guys-
every time you look in the mirror.
I honestly don't. You seen the picture I showed you. That's what I see when I look in the mirror. I'm like, Pops.
You may feel that way, but
Like I might change my name to, what I get called in the family that was given to me. I think it suits me
You can't bring
now.
things up and not share.
No, I can, so that leaves everyone in limbo and in suspense to
It,
say,
it really doesn't.
what is he talking about? What nickname? What? I'm not discussing that, but it goes well with that picture, I would say. And at this point, I think it's time to step into it and own it, I lie?
technically you are it.
Yeah.
I feel like the odd one out.
Yeah. I know, right? It's a family conversation. We'll be back in a second. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should, but yeah,
Oh, wow.
I'll embrace. Maybe next show.
Oh, so to bring it back, conspiracies.
Another good one.
Anunnaki. The Anunnaki.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
So aliens created the human race.
That's what Anunnaki is?
Well, they're the aliens.
I mean, I
They're
believe in
the
aliens.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that we're the only person or people or creatures or living things
That I-
that,
Well, speaking
that
of
are
that-
sentient as much as we are just here.
Some kid found a planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, some kid. He's 17 years old, interning at NASA, found a planet. Imagine being a teenager that finds a planet.
How do you find a planet? He was just out there looking in space?
Yeah, he was interning at NASA, looking into, I guess, a telescope that was like probing different vast regions of outer space, and they found a planet that's orbiting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And no one else has ever found this planet before. Very
He made the
interesting.
discovery.
Lucky kid. Are they going to pay him?
Well,
Or are they going to name the planet after him?
I guess he gets the right to name the planet, but
I'd prefer, the bag.
well, here's the theme.
I want a bag for that.
Here's the theme.
I'm sorry.
If you have
I
any
found
kind of
this
sense
planet.
about yourself, There's no way you cannot milk the fact that you
Yeah.
found a planet.
So just put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah. There you go.
Everyone
There
else is
you
gonna
go.
put it on a
NASA's
t-shirt.
on a t-shirt
There's
already.
no way you can't
Listen.
spin that into
Yo.
some kind of money.
Nike's gonna put on a t-shirt before you, and they'll make money off you and copyright you.
Listen, man, you
And then
better
what?
just try to get the intellectual properties on whatever you can on that situation.
I just do beer interviews and charge a crap load of money. I
Straight.
just tell them that I have a very intricate story that you need to hear about this. It's very deep, and there's things I saw that the world needs to hear, and then get all that money, and then just tell them, nah, I just took the telescope and I turned it this way, and I saw something funny, and there it was. That's the story.
And that's the planet.
And that's it. But all right.
Did you get to name the planet at least?
I think so. I think if you ever discover something like that, you get the
Probably.
right.
the naming rights.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. That's good for him, though.
Absolutely.
It's not every day a child, discovers a
It's,
planet.
it's hard to discover a lot of things
Yeah.
nowadays.
So he's probably the
Right.
first person to discover a planet in how many years?
And like forever.
Yeah.
It's like you're not really gonna discover a new color. You know.
Jay-Z did.
What was the color?
Jay-Z blue.
He
Right.
just renamed the color. Come on, stop this.
It's its own hue.
It's
Stop
not a new
this,
color
man.
though.
Listen, I'm coming out
I
with
think they just discovered like a new blue, like a few years back.
Listen,
Yeah, they
What?
called it Jay-Z blue.
They did not call
Listen.
it Jay-Z blue.
there's a new color coming out. It's called Teebo turquoise. Look out for it.
Why turquoise?
I don't know. It goes with the T. I didn't know what else. to
Debo
say.
black. That Africa black.
No, there's already Vanta black. And that's, first of all, black isn't a color. Okay,
What are you trying to say?
that black isn't a color.
What are you trying to
Technically
say?
right.
I know.
I know what you're trying to
Okay.
So what are you trying
And
to say?
second of all, they already
you
discovered.
know what I'm trying
They
to
already
say.
discovered the blackest black, and that's like there's Vanta black and something else where it's like 99.9% black.
How much blacker can you get than black?
It doesn't allow any light in. So when you look at this, like if you were to look at this, it would just look 2D. It would look flat. You wouldn't be able to see it. You have to look it up.
Yeah.
But it basically, like, if you put this, because it's
so
not really like
black,
a paint or something. It's kind of like a spray, and when you put it on a 3D object, you don't see anything. It's just
Okay.
a black spot. That's it.
Interesting.
Interesting.
What's it
Yeah.
called again?
The-
I want to look this
The
up.
the more well known one is Vanta black.
Vanta Black. All right.
Yeah.
Check out Vanta Black. I'm gonna look that up too.
Yeah.
Vanta Black. Okay.
No, but that's a different type of black. I'm talking about Africa black.
That's that blue
Like
black.
Kunta Black.
There you go.
Kunta Black.
That-
the kind of black he's looking for. Roots Black.
There, you can call it roots black if you want.
Roots Noir.
Ooh.
Roots
It's
Noir.
still not a color though.
Listen. It's a thing now. It's Roots
As
Noir.
the artist in me just has to tell you that it's not a color.
Black is a color, man.
It's not
Art
a color.
snob.
Listen, you go to a store and they say, "What color shirt are you looking for?" So I'm looking for a black
But
shirt.
that's because they don't know
they don't say
anything.
black
Those
is not
people
a
are like
color.
15 years old just trying
Hey.
to work a part-time job,
I've
trying to
done-
get their little buck to go buy an ice cream.
Listen,
Ice cream.
I've never gone anywhere and they've asked me what color, and I've said black. They've never said, "Oh, that, by the way, that's not a color, buddy. That's."
That's because they're not artists in the store. If you were to go to an art store or to someone who does art for a living, that's not a color.
You should go to an art store or a few art stores and ask for the color black.
They still might give it to you.
I know they would. All right. So I guess on that note, I guess we can
End it
wrap
off
up.
with conspiracies.
End it off with conspiracies.
And Vanta Black.
And Vanta
And
Black.
Vanta Black. I'm gonna check out Vanta
Yeah,
Black
as soon
though.
as we cut, I'm gonna
And check
YouTube
out my
Vanta
art,
Black.
Make-
DTasha,
Okay, let's check
on
it out
Instagram,
one last time. One last
on
time.
YouTube.
Producer, pass those spawns.
I'm not gonna lie, these are probably gonna be gone by the time y'all see this video.
That's okay.
Somebody got their eyes on it,
Yeah, man.
and then you got the wraps.
Now the dope thing about these ones, they were all white at one point.
Yeah, it's just pretty sick.
Look at that.
Little spawn
Put that one to the
action.
camera. Any plans on making more of these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of plans. You can bring your own shoes.
You know what I just
can
took
buy the
in?
shoes.
Custom basketball shoes.
You know what I just
and
took in?
customize anything.
The chains on the laces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so dope. If you know, you know.
Custom ball shoes.
Yep.
Get some 40 cal ball shoes. All right. And again, you want to plug? IG.
I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, shit. I mean, shoot.
You
Delete.
can-
Ah.
You can go to
trying.
www.flgrnt.com to purchase anything.
And make sure you like, subscribe. What do they say
All that good
in this
stuff.
YouTube world?
Smash that like button.
Okay,
she
what
said?
else? What else? I think they say
What
something
she
about the
said?
notification thing. I turn
Hit
some
the notification bell.
What she
Like,
said.
Okay, all right.
subscribe
Okay.
to the Teebo and Debo show
Bang, bang, bang.
and to DTasha on YouTube.
And don't forget the podcast too, Teebo and Debo Show. The Teebo and Debo
I
Show.
can't hit those notes no more. Sorry, guys.
It's terrible.
The
Out.
Teebo and Debo show.
The Teebo and Debo Show.